blast. Teenage dreams and neon screens. It was all bad, you know what I mean. Like, you know, it's like whatever. Together forever. We're never gonna sever. Laughing, sharing our stories clever. We'll take you back. It's like whatever.
Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hola.
So, let's see. Not much going on. Well, there is.
Yes.
First of all, rest in peace, Robert Duvall.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, he was 94.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I never realized he was that old because I feel like he's been in something recent, like fairly recently,
I don't know.
maybe. But all his movies were like The Godfather and I Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning.
Yes.
And he was even in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch that now. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I don't know that I've ever watched it.
It's a good
Maybe
one.
when we were in like English class and I read it.
Yeah, I had to read it. I remember that.
I enjoyed it as a book. Mm-hmm. Somebody died today too.
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
Jesse Jackson passed today.
Yeah, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, amazing man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard a good this morning. Of course, on the news they've been talking about it. He was what came between like the Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and Barack Obama.
Right.
Like he filled in that gap there for civil rights in between
right.
those two things happening. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, it was sad. But they said he died peacefully. He had Parkinson's, they said.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So those are the down things.
I have, today was the day after a holiday, so I literally, when we walked in here, was the first time I've even looked at my phone, really.
Mm-hmm. The Olympics are going on.
Yes.
I don't think the U.S. is doing so great. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention.
I put hockey. Well, I love curling.
I do too.
I love curling, and there's some big controversy. Yes,
Cheaters
with the Canadians. I have not been able to catch the British though. The British usually wear crazy pants, and I haven't been able to catch that yet. But I've been watching hockey because I'm a big hockey fan, and sometimes I forget that I love hockey so much. And the other day I was on, I don't know, something, and they were playing like the best hits of, and I was like, I mean, I've been to NHL games. We used to go all the time. I've been to Stanley Cup games. I was 13 rows off the ice behind the goal. I love it. We're talking like 118 years ago when the Flyers had Eric Lindros and Leclerc. And I did catch a puck from Leclerc. So, I mean, I had the anyway.
Yeah.
That's like 25 years ago.
Yeah, the women's hockey is killing it. U.S. women's. I think they're going on to play the final now.
Yeah.
I was watching, what's the ski one? I try not to watch too many of these because they just make me nervous. But where you just drop down the hill and come up and scoop and just fly up and do spins and land. Like freestyle. That's what I thought. I haven't seen much of anything, but the other day I'm watching and like 3 skiers in, I think the athlete was from Japan. He comes down and did his twist and landed flat on his back.
Oh.
And the whole place went dead silent. Yeah. They came out with the backboard. I was like, of course, I haven't watched any Olympics, and I happened to catch this poor guy die on TV, and I haven't been able to find anything. I've been trying to look up to see it. So he must be okay, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything serious happened, it would be all over the news. So I'm glad he's okay.
I prefer the Winter Olympics over the Summer Olympics. I like the luge. I like bobsled. I like skeleton.
Lord, that stuff scares me.
I love all of it.
Did you see where Colin Jost went on a bobsled? No. I saw a video of it. He's over there, and he rode on one. And he was like, literally never been so terrified in my entire life.
Crazy.
I was positive I was going to die. He's like, I thought my bones were going to fly out of my body. Like, he said he was just terrified.
There's a guy on TikTok that does like this He's the air quotes designer of the Olympic sports. And for bobsled, he is like, let's take 4 people and put them in a missile from the Russia, a hollowed out missile, and then we'll push them down. We'll go down a frozen water slide. And the guy was like, well, how are we just gonna push them? And he was like, no, first they have to have a 50-yard sprint, and then they have to jump in, and then they go. And he's like, well, that sounds crazy. And he was like, you know what? Let's get an ironing board and put somebody on the ironing board and send them down, and we'll call it luge. And that guy's like, there is nothing crazier than that. And he was like, let's make them go down head first. It's really funny.
It is nuts, man. It's absolutely insane. Nothing I would ever do. So, yeah, that's it on the Olympics. I did want to tell you I finished 11:22:63 last night.
And how did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
It was good.
I loved the ending.
Yeah.
It was just so well done.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah. So highly recommend. It's for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's called 11:22:63. It's on Netflix, and it is a Stephen King book turned into a limited series.
8 episodes, I believe.
With James Franco, and basically he goes back in time to stop Lee Harvey Oswald from killing Kennedy.
Right.
So that's the premise of the whole thing. It was lovely. I was waiting for it to be scary because it was Stephen King, but it wasn't scary.
No, it was not scary.
It was fantasy.
I don't know. The part with the cow, I could have lived without.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today hurt my feelings.
Why is that?
Day after a holiday, it's a lot of mail happens. And the new AARPs are out. AARP. And guess who is on the motherfucking cover?
Who?
Okay, first of all, it was bad enough when Adam Sandler was on the cover.
Yeah, but he's at least starting to age.
Yes.
Like, he's kind of growing old with us.
Yes. Brendan Fraser.
Oh, my God.
I know. I wasn't prepared.
Is that even right?
I don't. I imagine. I mean, we could be on it, so I'm gonna be on it.
Do it. We'll be the first podcasters to get on the cover of AARP.
I have to look at the damn thing every month, and ugh.
All right, and then just one more quick TV show. Oxygen Channel has a new Ted Bundy thing out. It's called Love Ted, and it's his cousin that he grew up with, because his mom and he moved into a house with his mom's, I think, sister and her kids. So this girl, and they were about the same age. They totally grew up together, were best friends. She still, to this day, has trouble, accepting who she knew and who he became. But they wrote back and forth while he was in prison, and she's reading the letters and stuff like that. It is pretty good.
I'll check it
it's
out.
on, I don't know if I said ID, but it's on the Oxygen Channel in case I got that wrong. Love Ted.
I will check it out.
Okay.
Hey there, like whatever Gen X friends. Pat Green here. Do you remember making mixtapes and cruising to the mall with your friends? My new novel is all about that 80s feeling. In Hearts of Glass Fade Away and Radiate, I weave a story of first love and found family in late 80s suburbia. You meet teens, Ford and Cassie, at their local mall, facing heartbreak and healing together. It's a bit like a John Hughes movie wrapped in an 80s soundtrack, both nostalgic and heartwarming. I poured all of those big emotions into these pages. If you crave the warm nostalgia of mixtapes and mall dates, this book might feel like your own high school story. Head to patgreenauthor.com or barnstormerpublishing.com to grab Hearts of Glass in ebook, audiobook, or paperback. I'd love for you to join Ford, Cassie, and the whole gang. Consider it a trip down memory lane with a story you won't forget. Stay totally awesome. Stay true to you.
So, in the you want to do the like, share, rate? That?
Oh, yeah. Before we get started, if we could ask, like, share, rate, review.
Yes.
Find us on all the socials.
Yes.
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts.
Everywhere.
Check out our website at www.likewhateverpod.com.
Yep.
Send us an email at likewhateverpod@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks.
So, I didn't tell her what it is, and I am super excited about this.
She did tell me she was super excited.
I am
She didn't tell me
super
what.
excited.
I am too.
So let's fuck around and find out about the Miracle on Ice,
Ooh.
the 1980s U.S. Olympic team.
I like
hockey
how
team.
you foreshadowed that with your love of
I
hockey.
know. That is why I picked it this week, because I was watching hockey and I was like, when did that happen?
This
February 22nd.
All right.
So
Sweet.
I was like, yes. And I watched a couple documentaries on it, and ESPN.com and it was a conglomeration of many, many different, mostly that I very much, there's a newest one that came out in January.
Okay.
Can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
I want to say it's like The Boys. I think on Netflix.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. It's very
Was
good.
it what was their nickname?
Nothing. It was just the Miracle on Ice.
Well, what boys am I thinking of?
I don't know. You're probably thinking of the Broad Street Bullies.
Oh, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't mind me.
That's not the same.
I know.
Okay. I enjoy them though also.
I know.
Okay. Let's do it. Woohoo. They were not destined for greatness, not on paper, not in the eyes of the world, not in the shadow of the Cold War. They were college kids, amateurs, sons of welders and teachers and factory workers. They were not supposed to beat the greatest hockey team on earth. But in February of 1980, in a tiny rink in Lake Placid, New York, they would do something that felt impossible. So who were they? Herb Brooks was a man forged by disappointment. In 1960, he was the last player cut from the U.S. Olympic hockey team, the team that went on to win gold. That moment didn't just sting, it shaped him. It made him hungry, obsessive, and visionary. He believed in conditioning, discipline, and psychology. He pushed his players until they hated him, then pushed them further. He didn't want the most talented roster. He wanted the right mix of personalities, men who would buy into his system, skate relentlessly, and outlast the Soviet machine. He was a coach. He wasn't there to be liked. He was there to win. The new documentary, they have a bunch of them on there that were like, he was brutal. Like, it was brutal. It was more than anything. And then there was two different, some of them came from Minnesota, and then some of them came from New England, because in the United States, those are the two places where hockey is the biggest. So they had a little trouble in the beginning, because it was, they had played each other, you know, in college and stuff, college games and stuff. So it was kind of like they were pitted against each other. And so he made sure that he was the one they hated. So they united in their hatred of him.
Smart.
Yeah. Jim Craig, the goaltender from Boston University, carried the weight of the net and the weight of his father's expectations. He was fiery, emotional, and capable of brilliance. When he locked in, he became immovable. In Lake Placid, he would become the face of a miracle. Also, I wanted to interject on my love of hockey. This is actually what got me back into remembering how much I like hockey. TikTok, they call it the boy aquarium. Girls post photo or TikToks about it, and they're like, at the boy aquarium. And they're not wrong. Very nice looking men play hockey. It's my type.
Yeah.
Plays hockey.
Yeah, like I'm toothless.
And large.
Yeah.
And on knife blades on their feet.
Yes.
Mike Eruzione was undersized, overlooked, and absolutely essential. He wasn't the most skilled player on the roster, but he was the captain because he had something deeper: timing, leadership, and a knack for rising to the moment. He would score the goal that changed everything. Mark Johnson, soft-spoken and steady, Mark Johnson had a gift for slipping into seams and finding rebounds. He didn't celebrate loudly. He didn't need to. His goals spoke for him. He would break Soviets' hearts twice. And then Al Michaels, the voice who named the miracle. Al Michaels
I was like, Al Michaels played ice hockey.
was a rising ABC broadcaster, not yet a legend, but on February 22nd, 1980, he would deliver a line that would echo across generations. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. He didn't know it then, but he had just named the moment. And of course, you know who's that kind of made his career too. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So let's understand why the game mattered so much. In the 70s was just an awful decade. It was a decade that left the country tired, cynical, and unsure of itself.
Yeah.
Stagflation strangled the economy. Gas lines wrapped around blocks. Paychecks shrunk. Confidence evaporated. Political disillusionment. Watergate had shattered the trust. Nixon had resigned. Ford pardoned him. Jimmy Carter inherited a nation that didn't believe in leaders anymore. And of course, the Cold War. The Soviet Union loomed large militarily, ideologically, and athletically. They were the machine. The U.S. was the underdog in almost every arena. In November of 79, 52 Americans were taken hostage in Tehran. Every night the news counted the days the country felt helpless. So the U.S. was preparing to boycott the 1980 Moscow Summer Olympics in protest of the Soviet Union invasion of Afghanistan. And then when I was doing this, I was like, oh yeah, remember when they used to play the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics in the same year?
That was so much better.
Yeah.
I so much prefer. It feels like the Olympics are always on now.
Yeah.
And it used to feel really special when the Olympics came around.
That was, I was like, that's right.
Yep.
So yeah, we did boycott the 1980 Summer Olympics. America needed anything that felt like hope. And then came a hockey team. The Soviet Union's hockey team was a Death Star. The Soviets were not just good, they were mythic. 4-time defending Olympic champions, winner of 12 of the last 15 world championships, a roster of grown men who trained year-round. Vladislav Tretiak was the best goalie in the world. A system so precise it felt mechanical. Earlier that month, they had humiliated the U.S. 10-3 at Madison Square Garden. The U.S. team was kids. The U.S. roster was the youngest in the tournament. Mostly college players, amateurs, and students. Brooks, the coach, had chosen them from rival programs, Minnesota and Boston, and forced them to become a single unit through grueling conditioning and psychological warfare. On paper, this wasn't David versus Goliath. It was David versus Goliath's entire army. Also, if you remember, that is the time when Russia did. That's what they had. I mean, they're athletes. That was their job.
Yeah.
To be athletes. Like, it wasn't like here where it's like,
Yeah, you practice after work in the evenings.
Yeah,
the
that was
weekends.
their whole, like, the Russians were machines.
Yes.
I must break you.
I knew that was going to come in somewhere.
Can't have a Russian tie-in. So the U.S. had tied Sweden, stunned Czechoslovakia, and clawed their way into medal contention. Something was happening, something no one expected. But the Soviets were still the immovable object. The game wasn't even the gold medal match. It just felt like it. The world held its breath. So we're going to talk about a diary before we get into...
I even found the page while I was waiting for you.
Oh. So here it is.
Because Larry Cutie light, we're laughing through her teenage flight. So grab your snacks and brace your soul. This middle school madness out of control.
All right, so today in Nicole's 1984 diary, we are on Tuesday, April 17th. Today, we didn't have to go to Yucky, Ucky, Pucky school.
Oh, we're still on spring break.
Yeah.
Yucky, ucky, pucky.
That was my 11-year-old cussing.
Pucky.
Danielle came over to spend the night.
That's nice.
Mommy dropped us off close to home, and we ran the rest of the way home. I remember doing that. Did you ever do that as a kid?
I never ran anywhere for any reason.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
But yes, we would
I feel
walk.
like it happened often. Like,
Yeah.
we would just get dumped off and we'd get to run home with simpler times.
I didn't run for any reason.
Yeah, you walked.
Yeah. Slowly.
Probably stopped and took a break.
I did.
We also played on the swing set. We played Barbies. And after dinner, we had chocolate and coconut pudding.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to divert on that one. That's not a.
You don't like coconut?
No.
And I spelled coconut cocoa nut.
That's how I like to spell it too.
Oh, okay. We were destined to be together.
I call it a cocoa nut.
Oh,
cocoa nut.
Today, our Girl Scout troop went to the cemetery.
What? How did I miss out on this good time?
I remember this one. We did crown rubbings and road stuff. Did you ever do crown rubbings at the cemeteries?
Not at the cemetery, but we did it at the wall, the Vietnam War ball.
Oh, we just went around to cemeteries.
Just trounced through. Well, it's weird because we had a cemetery right next door to us.
I think you should start doing it now.
I will.
You missed out.
I know. I need a black crayon.
For those of you that don't know what crown rubbing is, if you're Gen X, you should know. But you hold a piece of paper against something and you crown color over it, and then you have an image of it.
Yeah.
So
you can also use pencil. Charcoal.
I wonder if it's disrespectful to do that.
Probably.
Like we're little kids out there traipsing on graves.
I think probably the point of it was to go back like many decades, like
yeah, and I still do that.
1700s.
If I'm in a cemetery, I look for the
Still look
oldest
for the
date
oldest one.
that I can find.
Yeah.
I hate when I find the babies.
I love it when
And
I
they're
find
usually
the babies.
They're usually in the old date parts.
Look at that. Look at that dead baby right there. It's the best kind of baby. Dead one.
You're terrible.
Look, babies are gross.
Babies are not gross.
They are. They stink.
They smell
Goo
delicious.
comes from out of every hole in their body.
Doesn't even matter.
Ears, nose.
They smell good.
No,
They feel good.
they don't. They're awful.
I've often thought about there are places that do it, but I guess nowhere around here where you can go into hospitals and like hold like NICU babies and babies that need a lot of human touch.
Yeah.
But I've looked around these local hospitals here. Delaware must not have any sort of thing in place for it. Oh my God, I would love
telling
to
you,
do that.
babies are gross. I'm telling you, they stink and they're gross. Goo comes out of everywhere.
You just wipe it off.
Ugh. No, they got big snot bubbles and stuff. No, babies are not for me.
I mean, it's shocking that we don't agree on this because we agree on so many things.
That's why you have children and I am an aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that was that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back. Well, I guess, back to 1980. Lake Placid, New York. February 22nd, 1980. The air inside the Olympic Fieldhouse is cold enough to bite. Which, by the way, why? I get it. It's there's ice on the ground. I comprehend that there is, in fact, ice in the building with you. But it is always so fucking cold in there.
You know what else was cute? We were talking about the young Olympic ice skater, American with the layered hair, and I still haven't looked up her name, so I still don't remember it. But she's got little piercings and stuff, and as they called her, the weirdo, which you said is a proud title. So
I love it.
But I saw an interview with her, and she was like, "I hate the cold. I hate being cold."
It's just so.
So I guess being I would think like, well, you're an athlete, you get used to it, whatever. No, she hates it. I was watching a figure skater today, and she started her routine, and they give you like 30, 40 seconds before they really start your music where you hold a pose. She had her head laying on the ice.
Nope.
And they're right in on her face, and she's like laying right. I was like, whew, child.
When we would go, I don't know if I was like directly under like a heating vent or something. I get it. It's a huge arena, but my neck would be so stiff when I would leave there. I know. And hockey is really hard to follow when you're that low. Like, I know, don't complain about being 13 miles off the ice, you stupid whore. I understand that. But when you're down that low, it is really hard.
That
follow
is
the
true
puck.
because one time I went to see the Flyers and we got like last minute tickets and they were cheap. So we literally top row, which
Yeah.
I do not recommend. You feel like you're going to fall on your face.
Yeah.
But then another time I went with a group and they actually they were people with money. So we had one of those little side things where we leaned up against a bar and watched the game and drank beers. So we're much closer, but it was a lot easier to see from that
up high.
that top row.
Yeah, it's very difficult to follow. And then the other thing is you get very easily distracted by like what is happening, and then you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
I have enough trouble following the puck watching it on
It's a
TV.
hard game to follow.
It really, really
It
is.
is hard to follow.
Yeah. Usually the goal has happened 3-4 seconds before I'm aware because I just don't see it.
Unless it was in the end that we had. And like I said, like, because people are running into glass over here, and then when you're down that low, like you hear them hitting the glass and see face. It's a lot. Maybe that's why I like going, because it was a lot of.
So violent.
I love the violence. In
You do
hockey.
love violence.
I love a fight. Like every sport should be allowed to fight like that. What do I know?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So the air is cold. The energy is molten. The building holds barely 8,500 people, yet it feels like the entire country has squeezed itself into the stands. Flags wave, cowbells clang, and the chant, USA, USA, rolls like thunder. By the way, that was the first time that the USA chant was used.
Get out.
I won't. The Soviets skate warm-ups with the precision of a military drill. Their red jerseys flash like warning lights. They move as one organism, fluid, fast, and terrifying. The Americans, they look like kids, because they are. Jim Craig taps each post of his net left, right, like a ritual. His breath fogs the air. His eyes are locked in. Herb Brooks stands behind the bench, arms folded, jaw set, and he does not blink. The puck drops. First period. The Soviets strike first. A crisp passing play, a shot from Krustov, and the puck is behind Craig before the crowd can inhale. It's 1-0, and the machine looks inevitable. But the Americans did not fold. They skated harder. They hit everything that moves. Then Buzz Schneider, with a shot that seems to come out of nowhere, beats Tritek. The arena detonates at 1-1.
That's crazy. Again, like a kid against the best goalie
Yeah.
in the world.
In the world.
He must have been so pissed.
The Soviets answer almost immediately. Makarov slices through the U.S. defense like a hot knife, and it's 2-1. The crowd quiets. The Soviets look annoyed, like they're ready to reassert the natural order of things. But the U.S. refuses to die. The clock bleeds down. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. The period is slipping away. And then a long shot from Dave Christian. Tritek kicks it out. Mark Johnson barrels in like he's been shot from a cannon, and he scores with 1 second left. The horn blares. The crowd erupts. Tritek looks stunned. And then, the moment no one in the building can believe, Viktor Tikhonov pulls Tritek. The greatest goalie in the world benched.
Whoa. Now I know he's pissed.
The Soviets skate off in silence. The Americans skate off in disbelief.
Did we do that?
Second period. Soviets come out furious. They skate faster. They shoot more. They swarm the U.S. zone like a red tide. Craig becomes a fortress. He kicks out shots with his pads, gloves pucks out of the air, smothers rebounds like he's protecting a secret. But even he can't stop everything. Maltsev scores 3-2. The Soviets are back in control. For the rest of the second period, the U.S. is hanging on by threads. The Soviets outshoot them by a mile. The puck seems magnetized to Craig's crease. Every save feels like a miracle. Every clear feels like a reprieve. Every second feels like a lifetime. When the horn sounds, the Americans skate to the bench, gasping, drenched, and exhausted. Third period. The crowd senses it. The Soviets senses it. The Americans sense it. 5 minutes in, the puck squirts loose in front of the Soviet net. Mark Johnson, always in the right place, pounces again. Goal. 3-3. The arena explodes so loudly that the boards vibrate. And I have been in a stadium when that, like I said, Stanley Cup. Man, those games are just
Next level.
oh my God. Well, and the best part is like, well, not for a Stanley Cup game because they're in the spring, but so because hockey and football happen at the same time. And the time I was going was the Eagles were doing really well. And it was when they couldn't quite get past the NFC Championship game. But anyway, so the whole time,
So
like,
the Andy Reid era.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the closer we got to December and January when you were playing, it would be like every time the Flyers would score, all you would hear is EAGL. I was like, wrong sport,
That's
kids.
pretty typical.
And it was like the whole place was either orange or green. There was no other color allowed. It was orange or green.
My friend and I went to an Eagles preseason game. So baseball was still in. And she is not an Eagles fan, but she's a Phillies fan. And so to make her more comfortable, we both wore Phillies gear. And we got bitched out a lot. I will never do that again. Eagles fans were very pissed that I was at an Eagles game in Phillies gear.
Phillies gear.
Yeah. So lesson learned. Sorry.
It was always the worst because the baseball stadium, the Eagles stadium, and then the arena are all down in the same little block and a half
You can
there.
park in anybody's parking
Yeah.
lot and get to where you're going.
It's all right there. So when hockey starts or basketball, I hated when it would be like, oh, well, the Eagles play at 1, but the Flyers play at 7. And it's like, oh, God, we have like so much traffic happening.
Yeah. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump to get out of there and on 95.
God,
though.
it's so easy.
It really is.
It's the easiest
Yeah.
stadium to get in and out of. There's about 110 different ways to get in and out. I highly recommend if you're a football fan, and it's a fun stadium.
It really is.
The food is amazing. All right. Third period. Mike, the arena is 3-3. The Soviets look rattled. And then the moment Mike Eruzione hops over the boards, he glides into the high slot. The puck finds him almost like it chooses him. He winds, he fires, time slows. The puck threads through traffic, past Myskin's glove, and into the net. 4-3.
Ooh.
The sound is indescribable. A roar, a scream, a release, and you and I both know what that feels like.
Man, I was going to say, my heart started racing. I got goosebumps when you said that. Like that.
You can
like
feel it in your chest.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, it's better to watch it at home. You can see more. And that is true.
And you got your own bathroom and your own snacks.
Yes. And you don't have to drive and you don't have to pay to park and all that. But man, that feeling.
Nothing beats that feeling.
That feeling when you're in a stadium and your team scores.
So, as we know, I'm an Eagles fan and have been. I had season tickets forever. And the first time they went to the Super Bowl, not in 1980, but the first with Donovan McNabb, whatever stupid ass year that was.
Fury puked in the huddle.
Oh God, I can't even remember that game. I am not a Donovan McNabb fan.
Neither am I.
My mom had been going to Eagles games since she was a little girl. Her dad had season tickets that he would get and my uncle didn't like going to games because he likes his own bathroom and he doesn't like being outside. And
He's fancy.
he is fancy. So my mom would go. So we had this man that sat behind us that if you look up like person from Philadelphia, it was this guy, like this guy.
I know exactly what he looks like.
This guy. He called everybody a bum. You bum. He's a bum. Andy Reid, you're a bum. Get him off the... Yeah, everybody's a bum. So the year they won the NFC Championship and went to the Super Bowl, the guy behind us, old man Philly, started crying. Oh. I'm going to cry now. And it was... That moment was just like... And I had only been an Eagles fan. I don't even remember how old I was, but like forever, 30, maybe. And this guy had he had probably had tickets at Franklin Field. He had been in the vet. He had been everywhere. He had watched every game that the Eagles ever played ever.
Yep.
And so it was just.
Yeah.
And then the last game of the vet was just like you knew that they were going to tear the place to pieces. They didn't, because I've never seen so many. I didn't even realize Philadelphia had that many police officers. They lined the field. I mean, shoulder to shoulder. I have never in my life seen so many police officers lined the field shoulder to shoulder.
Wow.
And they were all outside, everywhere. You could have committed any crime in the city of Philadelphia because they were all at the stadium. But it was a very emotional game because, for my mom, she was at the first game in the vet. She was at the game when they booed Santa. She had been to, so it was, anyway, it was very emotional. And we should have gone up. I was going to take her up when they imploded it. I thought about doing it and we didn't end up doing it.
I watched it on TV.
I watched it on TV, but so nothing beats that. Especially if it's like I imagine Buffalo or anywhere that's never had
Yes.
a winning, not so much not a winning team, but never had the Super Bowl.
Right. Or the last time they did, their grandfather got to go.
The thing on my memory came up the other day about the Super Bowl parade that we went to, and it was just.
That was so special.
It really was. 2 million people. That's why it came up, because they were saying how many people Seattle had, and it was 1 million. And yeah, even the last Super Bowl we had 1.5 million, but the first one 2 million, and it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're talking about hockey, not football. I can't help it.
And that's no, we're talking about the amazement of sports.
Sport.
Why we love it.
I do love it. I'll be sad when the Olympics are over.
Yeah.
Where am I? Okay. So, we just went one up. Airzone skates toward the bench, arms raised, face lit with disbelief and joy. His teammates leap over the boards to mob him. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to hold off the greatest hockey team on earth. Now, mind you, this is not the gold medal. This is not for the gold medal. The final 10 minutes. The Soviets attack with everything they have. Shots from the point, wraparounds, one-timers, rebounds. Craig stops them all. The Americans block shots with their bodies, shins, arms, ribs. They dump the puck out of the zone and chase it like their lives depended on it. The crowd is on its feet, chanting, screaming, praying. The clock ticks down, agonizingly slow. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. The Soviets don't pull their goalie, which, look, I hate that. I hate when the team pulls the goddamn goalie. It makes me so anxious.
Too. I don't get it.
Well, it's because you have an extra.
I know.
I get it, but I hate it.
But if anybody comes down there, they're gonna
They're
score.
gonna score. I just hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It makes me so stressed out.
Yes.
They did not pull their goalie because they don't believe in it. They keep pressing, but the U.S. keeps clearing. 30 seconds. 20. The puck squirts loose to Ken Morrow. He flips it out of the zone. The crowd counts down with the clock. 10 seconds. Al Michaels' voice cracks with emotion. The countdown going on right now. The puck drifts towards center ice. 5 seconds left in the game. The crowd is screaming and shaking. Do you believe in miracles? A beat, a breath, a lifetime. And yes, the horn sounds. The bench empties. Jim Craig wraps himself in the flag. Herb Brooks disappears down the tunnel, overwhelmed. The impossible had happened.
Wow.
So, it wasn't just a win. It was a release. For one night, America felt strong again, proud again, united again. I wonder what that feels like. The Cold War narrative flipped. Our kids beat their machine. Sports Illustrated later named it the greatest sports moment of the 20th century. It wasn't about hockey. It wasn't about hope. Or it was about hope. They went on to beat Finland for the gold. Where are they now? Well, they just did a documentary that aired in January. Which was weird, I thought, also, because it said 2026. But was it last year, the 45th anniversary of it? But maybe, I guess, because the Olympics are happening. Shouldn't you have done it on the 40th?
Yeah, maybe they did coincide it with the
Olympics.
Maybe.
So Jim Craig had a brief NHL Jim Craig had a brief NHL career, then a long career as a motivational speaker and businessman. He's still synonymous with the flag-draped image. Mike Eruzione never played in the NHL. He became a broadcaster, a fundraiser, and an ambassador for the 1980s team. Mark Johnson had a long pro career, legendary women's hockey coach at Wisconsin, and Olympic coach in 2010. Ken Morrow won 4 straight Stanley Cups with the Islanders.
Wow.
Later became the director of pro scouting. Rob McClanahan played in the NHL, then worked in finance and coaching. Neil Broughton, Dave Christian, Bill Baker, and others. Some played in the NHL, some coached, some became dentists, businessmen, teachers, dads, grandfathers. They returned to ordinary lives after doing something extraordinary. Which, like, how crazy is that? Like, you just...
Yeah. Like, how?
You had... Like, that would never happen now. There's no way that they could ever walk into normal life again. Like, they would be all over Wheaties boxes. Just make Wheaties boxes. So you ask, whatever happened to little old Al Michaels?
Oh, yeah. That name sounds familiar.
Well, he walked into that broadcast booth in Lake Placid as a respected young sportscaster, and he walked out as a legend. His call, "Do you believe in miracles? Yes," became one of the most famous sentences ever spoken in American sports. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't planned. It was pure emotion, and you can hear it in his voice. The sound of a man witnessing the impossible. What came next for Al Michaels? After 1980, his career skyrocketed. He became the longtime voice of Monday Night Football, then Sunday Night Football, becoming one of the most recognizable broadcasters in the world. And he is now being tortured with Chris Collinsworth.
I know.
Poor guy.
The worst thing about Chris Collinsworth
Is that he breathes the air we all breathe.
is that I think he's a little older than me. So I'm like, all right, one day he'll retire and I won't have to watch Chris Collinsworth.
Wrong.
But he's got a fucking kid that looks and sounds exactly like him. So I will never get to enjoy football without Collinsworth. No. And you know that kid's going to jump right into some primetime spot somewhere once he does his little due diligence here and there.
Yeah.
Because he comes from somebody who's supposedly really good.
I don't understand. Everybody hates him. I don't understand.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
I don't get it.
I don't
get
either.
Why they keep him. Anybody. And he's not good.
He really isn't.
He's horrible. Much as it pains me, Troy Aikman is great.
It pains me to say that Tony Romo is also very good.
I don't mind Tony Romo either.
I enjoy... Tony Romo cracks me up because the whole game he's like, oh, they're going to do this next. And they do.
And they do.
He knows exactly every play.
Yes.
He might as well be a defensive coach because he knows what every team's offense is going to do.
Yeah, he does. He is well studied.
He really is.
Yeah.
And he's got a good voice for it. And he's pretty good. Yeah, Chris Collinsworth. My God.
It's just brutal. Poor Al Michaels.
I know.
How do you go from believing in miracles to be saddled with fucking Chris Collinsworth?
Right. He probably seriously hates his guts in real life.
I don't know how you couldn't. I don't know how you could not. I don't know how he doesn't punch him in the face. I would punch him in the face.
He has a punching bag at home with his face on it. He goes home and...
I think Chris Collinsworth's wife probably punches him in the face.
Oh, definitely.
Shut the fuck up. But he's not nearly as bad as Joe Theismann was. I absolutely hated Joe Theismann.
Was Joe Theismann as bad as Tom Brady? Because Tom Brady is a fucking god-awful announcer.
When I was in the Super Bowl, was every other word out of fucking Joe
I think he
Theismann's
still
mouth.
does that. Anytime he's...
Anywhere?
At all. Yeah.
I know he was doing I guess it's Commander's radio, and I almost said, and I've listened to their radio before, and he was on it, but I don't know if he still is. He's got to be dying soon, I think. He might even be dead. I don't know.
I think he does limp dick medicine commercials too.
Probably.
Yeah.
I guess he broke that too. He did call multiple World Series, including the 1989 earthquake interrupted Game 3, where he seamlessly shifted from sportscaster to news anchor. He covered Super Bowls, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Finals, and countless iconic moments across decades. And it's really crazy, too, because like when you think Al Michaels, you think football. But he has called some amazing stuff. He won multiple Emmy Awards and was inducted into the Television Academy of Hall of Fame. In 2021, he received the Ford C. Frick Award, the highest honor in baseball broadcasting. But no matter how many championships he called, no matter how many historic moments he narrated, one line follows him everywhere. Do you believe in miracles? He has said in interviews that he never gets tired of it because he knows he was the voice of a moment that transcended sports, a moment that became American folklore. In years that followed, the miracle on ice didn't fade. It didn't soften. It became one of those you had to be there moments. It grew. It calcified into something bigger than sport, a cultural touchstone, a national myth, a moment that scholars, journalists, and fans return to again and again when they talk about belief, unity, and the American spirit. In 1999, Sports Illustrated named A Miracle on Ice the #1 sports moment of the entire 20th century. Above Jesse Owens in Berlin, above Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, above Ali, above Babe Ruth, and above everything. And I think also had the United States not been where it was in the 70s, coming
and
into
Russia
the 80s,
hadn't been where it was.
Yeah.
Like the Cold War definitely plays a huge role in this being such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect storm. Like everything just came together at the right time.
Yeah.
Even with like Al Michaels, he was just meant to be there and say that line.
It's crazy how that works out, right?
Yeah.
A group of college kids beating a Soviet hockey machine was chosen as the single greatest sports moment of 100 years. It was a story that America needed to tell itself. Historians often describe the miracle as a Cold War morality play. It was democracy versus authoritarianism, youth versus experience, freedom versus control, and hope versus inevitability. And the side that wasn't supposed to win did. And we all know that America loves an underdog story.
Oh, yeah.
Over time, the game has become shorthand for the impossible becoming possible. Politicians reference it, coaches quote it, motivational speakers build entire careers on it. Hollywood turned it into a film, Miracle. Ask anyone who was alive in 1980 where they were when the U.S. beat the Soviets, and they'll tell you.
Yep.
They'll remember the room, the people, the feeling. It was one of those rare cultural moments that imprinted itself on the national memory, not just because of score, but because of what it meant. It was joy, relief, pride. It was a reminder that sometimes the world surprises you in the best possible way. In a small rink in Lake Placid, a group of young men did more than win a hockey game. They gave a weary nation a reason to stand, to cheer, and to believe. It wasn't just a miracle on ice. It was a miracle of the American spirit. And 40 plus years later, the ice has melted, the players have aged, the Cold War has ended, but the moment remains frozen in time. A reminder that sometimes, against all odds, miracles do happen.
Yay.
Boom.
That was so good.
Thanks.
And I have to say that your narrating of the 3 periods was pretty impressive. I mean, you gave me goosebumps a couple of times.
Thank you.
I think you missed your calling.
Worked really hard on it all weekend because I wanted it to feel like that.
It does. It did.
I wanted to feel it.
Yes. Yeah, that was really awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, very cool. I see why you were so excited.
I was really excited, because I worked so hard on building the anticipation. I mean, we all know how it ends, so it's not like you're going to be surprised.
Waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, it's like, what happens? I mean, you knew. Miracles happen.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, the Cold War fascinates me, especially because of where we were then to where we are now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably right back there, but
Yeah.
whatever. But like
Prior to this administration.
because I remember like the Cold War and, of course we hated the Russians. And then when they opened everything up and they were allowed to come here and we were getting all the J1s, it was so weird to me and I kept thinking like, I wonder how my mom and dad feel about this.
Yeah.
Like they're
They're old enough to understand.
Yeah.
All we knew is we were scared.
Yeah.
We knew
We had
that
to get under a desk.
we had to get under a desk to
somehow
save us from a
protect you.
nuclear bomb.
The little
So
desk.
I just hope if a nuclear bomb ever comes around now, I have a desk to get under.
Exactly.
So I can be saved.
Wood.
Yes. Or just reading about it in history books. Like, I feel like that's the main thing we focused on in history was the Cold War, and the Russians are awful and they're going to kill us all.
The lead up to communism.
Yes. And it was, as a little kid, I don't think we had the comprehension to really wrap our heads around what they were talking about. I think it was more the adults just kind of in panic mode, like, you all need to know about this.
Yeah.
And we're all just like, oh my God, we're all going to die.
I know. And living here, with these stupid ass towers.
Yes.
These towers up here, you're just reminded all the time that because I don't know if we've ever talked about them. There's World War II towers here where they would look out for German U-boats.
Yes, and they're these huge concrete towers that just come up on the beach.
On the beach.
And they're round all the way up to the top. And my kids climb, because there are certain beaches where you can climb them. So we were at one when my kids were smaller, and we were just kind of doing the history tour of that part. And they all went up the spiral, and I maybe got 5 feet off the ground, and I was like, fuck this. Fuck that. You all wave to me when you get to the top. And I came back down and took pictures of them waving at me. They look like little teeny tiny ants at the top of it. So yeah, we have those all down our coastline. Yeah. And there's also bunkers under the sand that are locked up. You can't get into those now, but big concrete bunkers and stuff there, because we have Dover Air Force Base here too. So that's always kind of scared me anyway, living in Delaware. Like, if they want to come in on the East Coast, they're going to take out Dover Air Force Base first.
That's the problem. We sit at two very important rivers. You know, the Delaware River is on one side of us, and the Chesapeake is on the other side.
Yep.
Which, by the way, did you see that truck went off the
Purdue.
bridge? Oh, my God. I hate that bridge, too.
I know, and the guy died.
Yeah, it's...
not that you could live from that, but
since some of you are not from here, it's called the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and it goes from the eastern shore of Virginia to the other shore of Virginia, Norfolk. That's Norfolk down there, Virginia Beach.
It doesn't start in Maryland?
No, it's Virginia.
Okay, the Bay Bridge is in Maryland.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Virginia down there. It's Chesapeake. Virginia.
Okay.
Anyway, it's 14 miles long, and they threw in 2 tunnels.
Which is cool looking at a distance, because there's like bridge, water,
Nothing.
water, bridge,
little island. It's crazy.
It really
it's
is.
Like you might have heard of it because they do shows on it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's 14 miles long, and I swear we share a fear of bridges.
Yes.
And the Chesapeake Bay Bridge is god awful.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's too tall. This one, too short.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
and it goes underwater.
That.
And infrastructure is going to break down in salt water at any time now.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. One time I was coming over it, and so cruise ships come out of the Baltimore Harbor. That's where everything goes to Baltimore. Anyway, there was cruise ships coming, giant ships coming, and I was like, no way am I getting in the tunnel with that goddamn thing over it. I know that water display. That's too heavy to be. Yeah. What is this thing sitting on? Is it just? I don't know. I don't get it. It's a modern marvel.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Does it just hang?
No, I think it's got.
Is it on the bottom?
I don't think it's on the bottom.
So it has.
It has like
the bridge does.
Yeah.
Like concrete.
Yeah.
Sounds
makes
like a
it even
whole lot of
scarier.
stuff to fall apart to me.
Yeah. Let's not ever do that.
I'll just.
But that's the way to Florida.
It is, and I don't understand why everybody is so anti-ferry boat.
I know.
Can we just throw a little ferry in?
It's the same as the Cape May Lewis
I'll
ferry.
pay you $20. You give me a ride across there, so I don't have to take that bridge. We're all good.
Anyway, a Purdue truck went off the side of it.
It did.
At 6:30 in the morning. And they shut the damn thing down all the time because, again, you're out in the middle of the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, where the Chesapeake Bay meets the Atlantic Ocean. So wind is a thing, which is also why I hate that bridge, because the whole time you're fighting the wind.
Yeah, and these guys are in tractor trailers.
I don't know. They still haven't announced what happened, but the guardrail was obliviated.
And the photo of the truck on its
ripped.
side floating on the top of the bay.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
Rest in peace, sir.
Yes,
That's
yes.
Anyway, I was going somewhere with that, but
I always imagine somebody like idiot cut them off or slammed on their brakes and reflex. They jerked the wheel.
I don't know.
Maybe you fell asleep. I don't see how you fall asleep on that bridge because I am uber alert when I have to drive over that thing.
I don't know. I some people were speculating a wind shear caught
Can
it.
you imagine? Like, it's
No.
not even your fault. You're just driving along and the wind goes whoop. That would make sense, though.
I don't know, because we get them weird ass wind. They shut that thing down a lot.
Hopefully, he had a heart attack and died before.
I don't think so.
I don't think he died from heart
I think they
attacks
said
that
the
fast.
water was 34 degrees.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cold. Anyway, I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember where.
Oh, yeah.
Cold War.
Sorry.
No.
We were talking about living on the East
Oh,
Coast.
the things. See, I got
Oh,
distracted.
yeah.
The things. So when we were kids, like that is what's in, because you were told they were for war. And so
Right.
like the whole time you're thinking, but why are they here?
Right.
Like, what do you mean war?
Right.
And that's all you were ever told. I
Like,
don't
you
know.
expect battleships on the horizon
Exactly.
to come.
Like, is that what they're there for? And is this happening again? Because we're 2.5 hours from Philadelphia. We're 2.5 hours from DC, Baltimore. Like,
We would be a perfect spot to hit.
we're in a really shitty area to be
Yes.
bombed.
Not to mention global warming. The state's going underwater.
And then you got the largest Air Force base on the East Coast here. And
With the morgue where every single soldier comes
Yes.
back to. My dad used to work in that morgue.
yeah,
He
probably saw the shuttle crew. That's where they brought him.
He
And
probably
Columbia.
did. When he moved down here in the early 70s, he had been in the military, but he had an honorable discharge for a health condition. So he went civilian, moved down to Dover, and they stationed him at the morgue. He says he loves it. It didn't bother him at all. He absolutely loved that job.
I don't know why. I didn't know that. I think I always just... Actually, I knew your dad worked there, but I don't know that I ever knew what he actually did.
Yeah, he started in the morgue and then he became an accountant and he worked in an office. And I can still picture that office with the brown wood paneling and the low ceilings and going to visit him there, the big wooden desks, like old timey. And then later on in his career, he drove a forklift and loaded C5s to take
That's
supplies.
what That's
That's
why.
what he did at the end. Yeah.
Because I was going to say, I feel like he drove a forklift. So good.
Yep,
Now
he
I'm
did.
not crazy.
But yeah, he started in the morgue, and I just think that's so funny. And I think it's so funny. It just didn't faze him. He said it didn't bother him at all.
Yeah, that's where sometimes you can see Air Force One there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think I might have seen it fly in a couple of weeks ago. It was an awfully sleek looking plane.
Yeah.
And he has taken Kennedy's colors off of it. I just read today.
Oh, has he?
He's going to remove the colors that Kennedy picked, and he's going to add
Gold.
along with navy blue and red.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but that is what the article said. More of his palette. And I was like, so he's going to paint it fucking gold.
Gaudy.
The
Can you
inside's
even make-
probably all gold too.
Oh God, I'm sure. I can't imagine that you can make the outside gold because, like, wouldn't it be too shiny?
Do you
And,
think
like,
he cares?
blind and but like, wouldn't it blind
Do you
other
think he
planes?
cares?
No, I do not. Anyway, that was what
Anywho.
we were worried about during the Cold War, and I don't think we ever actually understood.
But you're right. This all started with you saying, I wonder how my parents felt.
Yes.
And that would be the age range where they would, because that's around the age I was having kids. Because when 9/11 happened, my son was 4 and my daughter was 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the fear and panic, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Are we going to war? I have 2 babies here. Like, what am I going to do? Like, that was not my first, I can't really, it was a whole lot of thoughts that morning, but it was definitely something that was on my mind and scared the shit out of me. So, yeah, I wonder how your parents felt. Especially being hippies too, like
and they hired the J1. Like the J1s came and they were hiring Russian girls.
Keep your enemies closer.
Well, my dad, of course, behind.
And it's not
call them commie bastards, but most of the time he said it to their faces too. But I don't think they really understood.
No.
And then I would always ask him but the problem was they were a lot younger than me. So they did not have the same experience probably Russians that are our age would have.
Right. And Russians don't have the freedom of media like we do.
Right, but they were fed propaganda. So
well, that's true.
Like when they came here, because
you think they'd be scared to come here.
That's what I'm saying.
Like how bad was your country that coming to a country you think everybody hates you is a better option?
Right. Because my stepdaughter's mother is Russian. She's from she was a J1 around in the 90s. And I don't know.
You should ask her.
I should. Maybe I will. Okay. We should move on. .org. Anyway. Yeah. Go USA in the Olympics.
Yeah, especially USA women hockey. Come on, girls, let's do it. Let's do it. These girls are tough too, man. I've seen them interviewed.
I would love to. If I could skate.
Yeah, you would be a really good hockey player.
Think that I would be a bruiser. Think of the aggression you could get. I would be such a nicer person if I could just get out my.
You wouldn't even be chasing the puck. You'd just be going around slamming into people.
That's what they have some people doing.
You'd spend all your time in the the timeout
in the penalty box. I wouldn't even get winded. Wouldn't have to skate
Perfect for you.
Just come out, hit somebody, and be back in the.
All right, Heather, back in.
I love it. Sign me up. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Find us on all the socials. So whatever pod.
And share, rate, review.
Share, rate, review. We have a website. There's some W's and whateverpod.com. You can find us where all the podcasts happen, except Netflix.
We're getting there.
I don't know. YouTube. We got to make videos.
Hold your breath.
Yeah.
We do need to make videos.
You can send us an email about what your favorite Olympic sport is, because I'd like to know. Or you can tell us how you believe in miracles. Did I say gmail.com? Whateverpod@gmail.com. Or don't. Whatever.
Whatever. Bye.